How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Slash Brothers. I'm Ben, and today we're going to be watching through the Halloween the game gameplay trailer. Now, I have already seen this. I've already seen this trailer, so this isn't a reaction or anything like that. This is more my initial thoughts on the game as a whole, what I think of what I see so far, and what I can expect from the future of this game. Now, to preface this video, I love Friday the 13th, the game. I think it is the most fun asymmetrical horror game there is. In my opinion, of course. Some other opinions may differ, but I just think the gameplay loop is just perfect. That is exactly what I want from an asymmetrical horror game. And that is what we seem to be getting here with Halloween the game. So I'm pretty excited. So we're going to watch through this trailer. I already kind of started it a bit. We're going to watch through this trailer. I'm going to pause and kind of talk about what I see. And it's going to be unscripted, so forgive me if I stumble over my words and can't really form a conscious thought. But yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. Alright, so obviously let's start things off with the aesthetic of the game. So it already looks pretty good. Like, they have captured the 1970s aesthetic perfectly, and that's kind of something you expect with IllFonic. Like their previous titles, like Friday the 13th, Predator Hunting Grounds, Killer Clowns, stuff like that, are very like well crafted worlds that are use the source material very well. So I have no worries about how this game's gonna look aesthetically.
Rarely do teams get the incredible opportunity of exploring and creating a game around iconic horror legends like Michael Myers.
Alright, so let's talk about Michael Myers himself. So this character model, I think, looks absolutely incredible. Probably the best video game Michael Myers model to this day. Like, you can see like the individual hair strands. The mask is perfect. This is gonna go down as the best Michael Myers model. There's like, what else is really in competition for that?
Halloween, players get to relive that fateful night in 1978.
All right, so we got the Myers house on the side right here. So obviously we're going to be able to go in there and do our thing. Either run away from Myers, try to hunt down and stalk, kill some unlucky victims.
And step back into the town of
Let me go back a little bit right there.
relive that fateful night in 1978 and step back
Look at this. So even like the backyards and the side, look at all the detail here. We got like obviously the leaves and stuff. We got open garages with like the truck, the lights. This is so cool. Like I'm gonna gush over how good this looks. And like we got the fence in the back there. It looks like it's kind of broken. I think there's a shot later on. We'll talk more about that.
to the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. I'm Miles Dompierre from Milford.
Alright, and now here's some Survivor gameplay. So, obviously you have the flashlight again, just like in Friday the 13th. It's obviously a third-person game, which is what I wanted. I like playing in third person in these type of games. Of course, first person gets you more immersed and you can be more scary, but I just prefer it like this. I'm a Friday the 13th the game purist, so what can I say?
And today, I'm thrilled to present an extended look at gameplay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm Miles Dompierre from IllFonic.
Hey, Miles.
I'm thrilled to present.
Alright, nice shot of Myers here. Look at this, like the mask. That's fucking Michael Myers. That's perfect. Look at that. Like the coveralls look great. The mask is perfect, as I said. Look, like it's shaped exactly how it should be. But sorry, that was bad. Yeah,
An extended look at gameplay for Halloween.
yeah, the model looks great.
With the help of Unreal Engine 5, we've been able to reconstruct.
Please don't hold on a second.
With the help of Unreal Engine.
Look right here. There's like a squished pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern. Perhaps this could be like an environmental thing or something. You can use it. That could just be a part of the map, just on the ground there. But it's interesting that they went out of their way to put like a squished jack-o'-lantern on the side of the road like that.
Five, we've been able to reconstruct the quiet town of Haddonfield in stunning detail, remaining authentic to the 70s era.
Like I said, look at this. You even got the guitar with like the stickers and stuff on it, very reminiscent of the 70s. We've got the curtains. It's like I said, there is not going to be a single complaint for me when it comes to this game aesthetically.
Aesthetics was essential to how we crafted our play spaces. When players navigate these environments, they'll be surrounded by decor that delightfully.
All right, so it's really putting an emphasis on being inside like buildings and stuff. That was a thing in Friday the 13th the game, but a lot of the cabins felt the samey. Except for like Packanack was its own thing, Higgins Haven. They all looked fucking amazing, by the way. So no knock on that. But like the generic cabins all kind of had like the same layouts. There's like 3 different layouts, I think. I'm probably wrong. But there was only a few layouts in that game. But for this, for Halloween the game, it's looking like interiors are going to feel different. Of course, they're still houses, so they're going to have some of the same elements. But they're all different houses, so we'll have different layouts and stuff inside. And 1 second, sorry. So in this picture, sorry, in this frame right here, we got like this kitchen. We got pots and pans and stuff. We got a cup. We got some cereal up there. Happy Clouds? They'll hit me up, Ilphonic. Let me try some of those. And so I wonder if you can use weapons and stuff as survivors or whatever they're calling them, heroes, residents. I don't know the official name yet. Forgive me. If there's an official name, let me know down below if I don't find out by the end of this video.
Decor that delightfully preserves a special moment in time.
Sorry if I'm being annoying, but look, this looks amazing. We even got like this deer head. That's a deer, right? That better be a deer. I know my animals. Like all this like decor and stuff. Like could this all be used in the game? Like obviously we're not picking up a couch and throwing it or anything, but you know.
Throughout these locations,
And right here we got, so obviously as survivor you're going to be able to call the cops and stuff like that, inform people that Michael Myers is indeed on the loose. And I wonder though, the phone cord plays a part in the original Halloween. Perhaps this will be like an environmental kill. Perhaps when they're calling the cops or calling someone, that's when Myers can do this kill. Or we haven't seen it yet. I don't know if he has some sort of grab mechanic like Jason does, and he can carry them over for the environmental kill. But I guarantee there's going to be a phone cord strangulation in this game.
randomized townsfolk NPCs are living their lives, completely unaware of the danger lurking right outside their windows.
So this is really cool. I love this. So in Friday the 13th and other asymmetrical horror games that I've played, there's probably some that are like this too. So I haven't played them all. There are NPCs walking around the map that you as Myers have to stalk and kill. This is very interesting. It's not just the players that are in this world. It is also the NPCs. And I think that's awesome. It adds a whole new layer to the asymmetrical horror genre, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, as Myers, you stalk the residents of Haddonfield. Can I turn this? Sorry. Can I turn this quality up a bit more? Ugh, hopefully that's okay. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, there's a Haddonfield resident right there. Kind of looks like one picture of one of the survivors that was shown on social media. So, so you obviously can play as this character, I'm pretty sure, but it's also an NPC, so, yeah. I didn't really make a point there.
These NPCs serve as the game's primary objectives. Stepping behind the mask
All right, hold on.
NPCs serve as the game.
So, as you can see here, you get some sort of like first person view as Myers when you're stalking someone. You can see the outline of the mask. Also, in this state, you kind of get like an outline of the NPCs. This probably also works on the survivors too. I'm sure you could stalk other players and do the same stuff you could do to these NPCs. But the thing is, these NPCs are unaware that Myers is out there. So, is this building some sort of meter or something? Does Michael get stronger the more he stalks someone? Do you really have to play a longer game as Myers? There's a lot of questions I can have there.
Stepping behind the mask of this infamous killer, Michael's goal is to find, stalk, and kill the residents of Haddonfield before Halloween night.
All right.
Find,
So right here we see some first person actually. So I know the game is in third person, but I wonder if you can switch to third person. Sorry, switch to first person as Myers as well, because that's clear in Myers walking there. And I don't know if that's in multiplayer. Maybe it's only in the single player story.
residents of
And right here we got more gameplay inside of houses. We got some pictures on the walls there. Knowing Ophonic, this has to be like an employee's like daughter or son or child or child.
Halloween night ends. Once you've honed in and stalked a target, it's time to choose the perfect moment to
Okay, so yeah, as kind of like what I was saying, you stalk your targets and then you choose the perfect moment to strike. I'm sure you can kill people right away. You don't have to stalk them, but I'm sure you'll probably get more points and it'll be more beneficial to stalk and really like milk that kill.
strike. Michael comes equipped with a
And then
moment.
this is really cool. I like.
Once you've honed in and stalked a target, it's time to choose.
So more more survivor gameplay here as you walk around with the flashlight. I wonder if the flashlight's more of a factor in this game than it is in Friday the 13th, which is literally just serves as a light in that game. I'm sure it's a light in this. Clearly, it's a fucking flashlight. But I don't know. Maybe you can use it as a weapon, or you could like stun Michael. I kind of don't want that. I hate the idea of flashing killers. What? Of using the flashlight to stun killers.
Perfect moment to strike.
And we get a cool scare there as well.
Choose the perfect moment to strike.
So Myers popping out. That's really cool. It's gonna be fun doing that. You could do that in Friday the 13th somewhat, but it wasn't that effective. Like you could some abilities you could use to turn off like that you are in the area. What was it? Oh, I forgot. Stock is what the ability was. Where not playing music and to be quiet and then Jason kind of sneak up on you. But this is Michael's domain. Michael is more of a stealthy killer anyway, so this works perfectly. And it's like a jump scare. It's cool. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun to jump scare other players, some of my friends. Get jump scared myself.
Michael comes equipped with an array of unpredictable endowments, but the most powerful is shape jump. When in
All right, we're gonna talk about shape jump. I love this mechanic. Now, this is a video game, guys. It's obviously based off a movie, but you need to take some sort of liberties like this, especially when you're playing as a character who just walks. There's no other movement that he does in those movies. He walks. So using shape jump as some sort of like physical representation of Myers' ability to appear wherever, I think it's very clever. It's not really that big of a deal, guys. It doesn't kill the lore. It is simply a gameplay mechanic. It's nothing to be upset about. Sorry. This old tiny rant. I've seen people online complain about it. It's not that big a deal. It's totally fine.
of unpredictable endowments, but the most powerful is shape jump. When in shape jump, Michael is invisible to the naked eye. This is our interpretation of Michael's inexplicable tendency to suddenly appear in completely unexpected places and catch victims off guard. Players can also choose from a broad range.
All right, so more on the shape jump ability. So I think it plays pretty similar to shift in F13. I'm sorry, there's gonna be a lot of parallels to F13. That's just how it's gonna be. But I think it's a bit more controlled than shift, as you can, yeah, you can move a bit like more free. I remember shift being very fast and sometimes it kind of hard to control for some people. So I wonder if this is, you have to build this, if it's some sort, like it's obviously an ability, but can you use it indefinitely? When can you use it? I'm guessing you can use it when you're out of line of sight of the players. I would not like to get shape jump to be activated when people see you. That would kind of kill it for me a little bit. I still like the mechanic, so it's not like it's a game like a game killer or anything, but just to kind of balance it, only being able to activate it when you're out of line of sight, and then obviously you can pop back in. I wonder if you could pop back in out of in sight. Maybe you have to be out of sight to even show back up. So I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll definitely gonna have to see more about it to really get more insight on what I think is going on.
Players can also choose from a broad range of compelling civilian hero characters that have witnessed the wrath of Michael.
Heroes. That's what they're called. So these are the heroes that these are the heroes they're showing off here. We'll kind of go through them a bit. So clearly we got this blonde lady who is clearly the Laurie Strode adjacent character. Now, I don't know if Laurie's going to be in this game. It'd be weird if she isn't. Especially in the single player. I'm sure she'll be in the single player, but like the multiplayer, I could see her not being in it. It's the multiplayer. It's somewhat own thing. So a character like this who is similar to Laurie makes a lot of sense. Plus, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more cosmetics. Ilphonic love their cosmetics for characters. So don't be surprised if you see this character in the Laurie Strode outfit. That's all I'm saying. And also with the hero characters, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but I wonder if it's kind of Friday the 13th base where each character has a different like stats and stuff, or if it's a perk system. Each hero are stronger in different aspects, which I like that. I think that'll be awesome, and it'll help players kind of decide who they want to play.
Range of compelling civilian hero characters that have witnessed the wrath of Michael.
She's cool. I like her. I think I'm gonna play her.
Need to warn their neighbors.
All right, we got another. This is the character we were talking about earlier. That was the NPC walking into the house. I'm pretty sure it's the same character. We got like the greaser look. Kind of reminds me of Adam from Friday the 13th. Who was actually one of my mains in the game, so I'll probably play this guy too. He seems to be like the more mechanic, more vehicle type character, so he'll probably have a better repair if there's a repair feature in the game.
Before it's too late. Finding an active phone will allow you to call the police and attempt to convince them to send in help.
So I heard a little bit more about the police and how they work in this game. Well, it's not in like Friday the 13th how you call the police and they take like, I think it's like 5 minutes to spawn, and then you go to where they spawned and then you escape. In this game, the police are NPCs. They'll search for Myers and they'll try to thwart his efforts, and as Myers you can actually kill the police. So this isn't the end all to call the police and it's like this ends like that.
Just remember, you may be able to knock him down, but you can't kill the boogeyman. We hope you've enjoyed this.
All right.
But you help. Just remember.
So this is so. I'm gonna have to mention it again. This is so Friday the 13th right here. We got the gun, and it's a handgun, so it's not just a shotgun.
To knock him down.
We got we got the baseball bat there too. One of my favorite weapons in F13. Like, bam! And so Myers gets knocked over. And I think that might be the same animation as Jason from F13. And it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Look, this game comes out in a year. I'm sure they're going to have new animations and fine tune everything. It's not going to be copy and paste animations. I promise you guys, it's not going to be.
You may be able to knock him down, but you can't kill the boogeyman.
So I know there's a lot of people worried that you could potentially bully Myers. That was a big issue in Friday the 13th. A lot of people would bully and just beat the shit out of Jason Voorhees and then kill him just like that. If he had those Jason hunting squads and you were an unfortunate Jason, you were going to get absolutely just shitted on. You're going to have a bad time. But some good news. I think it was like a Reddit post or a tweet. I'll pull it up on screen just so you guys can see. It seems that it is confirmed that bullying Myers is not going to be that effective. You could stun him, you could stop him for a little bit, but it is not going to work out. So I wonder if there's some sort of mechanic where if you keep doing that to Myers, maybe it's not as effective. Maybe when he's on the ground, he can like toggle when he gets up, and maybe if someone's close enough, he can grab them and do a kill like that. Kind of like in Halloween Kills when the mob jumps Myers. Maybe something like that. So it kind of, obviously players will probably learn to like work around it, but at least it's a step in the right direction, so we won't have people just bullying Myers. And plus,
We hope you've enjoyed,
shit, that was supposed to segue perfectly.
but you can't kill the boogeyman.
And there it is. You can't kill Myers in this game. Unlike Jason, who you could kill in the game, you can't kill Myers. So you can try to keep beating him up all you want. But remember, the primary objective is not to kill Myers. It's to alert the Haddonfield people, get them out of there, get the cops, and then put an end to Myers' reign that night. Not to kill him, just to stop him. And I don't think you could stop him by beating him up.
We hope you've enjoyed this extended look at gameplay for Halloween. We've only scratched.
All right, this is the fence thing I was talking about from earlier. So clearly this fence is broken, and I don't know if it's going to be like that from the start of the game. Maybe as Myers you can break through the fence. Maybe a survivor can. I don't think survivor will. Maybe they could climb over the fence and Myers breaks through it, and that's why we see this.
And we can't wait for you all to join us in Haddonfield when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
Boy, I'm so excited for this game. I am so excited. Elphonic, don't let me down. I have complete faith in you. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Gun. Yes, I know. They sunset their games twice now. Obviously, Friday the 13th was out of their hands. They got a pass on that. But Texas Chainsaw, that was ridiculous. I played a bit of Texas Chainsaw. I had fun, but I couldn't really fully get into it, so I kind of dropped the game. But the fact that they're dropping this game like that, or the player base, because there's still people that are very into that game. And the fact that they just drop in that game is bullshit. And if you guys don't even want to like support this game because they're just involved, completely understand. I'm not going to tell you not to. But Gun is not the head developers. They don't make the decisions for this game. I'm sure they're just more financial helping with the game more than anything. So it's Elphonic we're looking at here. And based on their track record, they do keep support on their games. Like Predator Hunter Grounds is still going today. Sure, it's not as frequent, but there's still content there. They didn't drop the game. Like they're still they release stuff for Prey and then Killer of Killers and probably for Badlands. But yeah, guys, that's kind of all I have to say. Are you excited for this game? I'm super excited. If you're not, that's okay too. But I'm definitely going to talk about this game a lot more on this channel. Next month, the official start of the Slash Brothers podcast will begin, episode 1, and I'll be talking once again about Halloween the game, but it's going to be a lot more in depth, and I'm going to have a special guest with me that time. We're going to talk about the Halloween game, what we've seen so far, what we can expect, what we want, the future of the game, some pros, cons, and other stuff that might be a good talking point. So look out for that whenever that comes out. It'll be probably sometime in October. I'm going to try to get that started up for you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm excited for Halloween the game. This art looks so cool, by the way. I love this. It is amazing. But that's all I have time for today, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you slash that subscribe button, because I've got a lot of more content coming up this October. We got Slasherverse Wrestling that I'm still doing. We got Slash Brothers Podcast that we're going to get started on. We got some tier list coming up this October, and possibly some other videos as well. I'm really excited for this Halloween season. I'm excited for this game. But thank you guys again for watching. I already said this, but thank you guys. I appreciate the support on the channel. I love doing this, and I hope you guys can stick with me as I talk about horror movies, slashers, and all that fun stuff in between. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time on the Slash Brothers.